Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Breathe and Receive podcast. Today, we are talking all about gratitude, and not just gratitude, but the magical powers of gratitude and joy. These are actual energies and frequencies and practices that will absolutely create magic in your life and transform your life. I believe with every ounce in my body that gratitude leads to joy because I've experienced it. And that joy is one of the most potent manifesting powers that we have. So, what I'm going to break down for you in today's episode is what is gratitude. I'm going to describe it to you. I'm going to share with you a little bit about something I learned in a book that I love around gratitude, like a quote that I love. And I'm going to give you 2 practices that will help you begin to embody gratitude today. I'll also share with you how it has affected my life in a positive way. Before we dive into the training, I want to share with you that I'm so excited to give you 2 announcements. One, you probably already know about. That is that the Manifestation Coach certification, also known as the Coach program, the program where I teach you and people how to become a masterful coach, a life coach, an energy coach, a self-love coach, a manifestation coach. It begins very soon, March 7th, 2023. This program is for those of you that feel a strong call to help people experience deep self-love and connection and to manifest what they desire in their life. So if you feel the call to that, that is available to apply for at aliciamcneil.com/certification. My second exciting announcement is that the Breathe and Receive Online Healing Center, where I teach breathwork every month and meditation, and we have some guest experts who come in and give us hypnotherapy and integrative breathwork and things along those lines to really cultivate this deep sense of connection and inner peace and magical manifestation. It's a monthly membership, and it is officially transitioning into being a donation-based membership. So this means there's a suggested donation of your monthly payment. However, you get to choose what you pay. This deep inner healing work. I want it to be accessible to anyone and everyone who feels called to it. And I don't want money to be a deterrent for that. You can go to aliciamcneil.com/breathe, BREATHE, to learn more and become a part of that. Let's move into today's episode. Gratitude. What is gratitude? Why is it so magical and powerful and incredible? There was one time I was being interviewed on a podcast, and the woman interviewing me told me that she would ask me a question at the end of the podcast, and she would ask me something along the lines of, what's your favorite practice right now? And she said, but please just don't say gratitude because everyone says gratitude. And in that moment, it made me realize how gratitude can get a bad rep, because it's like we hear about it so much, right? Gratitude this, gratitude that. It's like we can roll our eyes. I know I've done it. But here's the thing, you guys. If something is talked about that much, there's probably some truth to it, right? Like, there's a reason that yoga and meditation have gone viral across the world, right? Because it works to support creating and facilitating inner peace and happiness and wellness. There's a reason that breath work is blowing up so quickly, because it can create that inner peace and wellness within 15 minutes. So I'm going to encourage you to be really open-minded to gratitude. If you're the kind of person who was like me and it's just kind of like, oh, I hear about that so much, like, tell me something new. What I've learned is that manifesting a life that you love doesn't need to be complicated. And we can just make it really complicated, especially if, we're bored in our life and we're used to feeling drama in our nervous system, and we're used to feeling challenge and overcoming things and always accomplishing things. But the truth is that creating a life of deep peace and fulfillment and love is actually very simple. And it takes a few very simple strategies and practices to rewire your subconscious mind and to soothe your nervous system and to raise your vibration in order to attract what it is that you want into your life. And in fact, when we overcomplicate things, that's when we overcomplicate things, we confuse our subconscious mind. So we want to think about when we're creating and manifesting in our life, we want to think like, can I explain this to a 4-year-old or someone in 4th grade? And would they be able to successfully do it and have fun with it and then move on with their life? So this is your permission slip to completely release any complications that you are like making yourself have with manifestation. I know for myself, I'm just super like stoked and passionate about it. And I want to read all the books and I want to do all the things, but it's actually not necessary. And practicing gratitude is one of the ways to keep it super simple and to experience results extremely quickly. Okay. So the practice of gratitude is the practice of appreciating what you already have in your life. And the reason that this creates results so quickly is because we are manifesting in the present moment. So what we feel and think, our words, our dominant beliefs in this moment, right here, right now, is what's attracting and creating our present moment and our future. So if we are in this place of, I don't have what I want, I have a problem or a challenge that I need to solve, and I need to do all of this work in order to get there, we're actually not tapping into something that's a million times stronger and more powerful than our humanness and our human effort. And that is energy, right? It's this invisible realm that is extremely real. And you know it to be real because you can walk into a room and you can feel if someone's mad or sad or happy. You can feel energy already. So it's very real. And we want to use that to our advantage in order to make manifestation a lot easier and to experience more joy today. So whenever we can practice gratitude and appreciate what we have now, we move out of lack and fear. We cannot experience lack and fear when we are experiencing gratitude and appreciation. They can't coexist. And that means that when you practice gratitude, you're no longer dwelling in lack and worry and stress. You're dwelling in a field of joy and abundance. When you dwell in a field of joy and abundance, you magnetize more experiences, relationships, opportunities, people, events that bring you more joy and abundance, because we are attracting what we are dwelling in this moment. Think of your mind and your body like a magnet, and it's attracting to you more of your internal vibration. Now, it's very important for me to share that a gratitude practice is not a means of escaping your reality and avoiding your emotion. You'll know if there's something deeper that you need to process and move through, and you're just trying to like layer gratitude on top of that, because you won't feel that true, genuine shift. And because the pattern in your life will keep repeating, whatever that deeper thing is that's going on in your life. So for example, if you're in a relationship and you can just feel that something's not right, and you can feel that there's a person that's out of integrity in the relationship, or you're in work and it's just not aligning for you anymore. And you're like, okay, but I'm just going to practice gratitude to feel better in this moment. What's going to happen is practicing the gratitude will actually help you open to a place of receiving guidance to move through the challenge you're in now. But you just want to make sure that you're not ignoring the things that you need to confront in your life, the courageous conversations, the courageous action you're being guided to take. Okay. But what's cool is that practicing gratitude actually opens us up to receive the answers to our prayers, the answers to our questions, the answers to our challenges, and to have this strength and excitement to actually make a change in our life. And I want you to know that, a lot of people say to me when I talk about gratitude and joy, they're like, but we need to feel our feelings. And we do. And if you are not feeling gratitude every day on purpose, then that is what I encourage you to begin with. Because especially in the United States, I've noticed that there's a culture of stress. It's normal to feel stressed. It's encouraged to feel stressed. I live with two of my best guy friends in Denver right now. I'm actually here for a few more weeks, and I'll be going to Costa Rica for at least a month, and then maybe to Mexico again. I'm not sure where I'll go, but for now I'm in Denver with two of my best guy friends, and they are incredible human beings who I love dearly, and we have so much fun together. But they are very much like the other night they were saying how they just love to push themselves fully and completely in exercise, in work, in all the areas. And that's great for them because they enjoy it. And I sense that the culture of living in the United States, this like hustle culture and hustle mentality, creates a lot of that. So it's going to take your courage to choose to experience gratitude when it's not the norm. It's not. And I think that's a big reason why I love to travel so much and live in places where I'm surrounded by travelers, is because when I'm surrounded by people who are like on vacation, or they're enjoying the scenery, or, they're just so present in joy and in appreciation and gratitude, it's easier for me to be in that place. And yeah, that just came to me. Like, I just truly believe that's why one of the reasons why I travel so much is that circumstance invites me into like resting in gratitude more easily and more often. And if your circumstances aren't set up for you to feel, like you're on a beach, of course you're grateful, right? It takes personal power and personal choice to say, and I'm going to choose to be grateful today. When I have experienced the most excruciating challenges in my life, terrified in work that I would have no money, and, becoming an entrepreneur, and heartbreak in relationships, heartbreak in things going on with family members, I feel my feelings, and I hold the pain, and I also hold the gratitude. And what happens as we focus on the gratitude, it makes the pain so much easier. And it almost becomes this like pain that's almost pleasurable. Like, it's no longer who I am. I'm no longer fused in it. And I'm present in this moment. Because the truth is, the things that create stress and anxiety and fear in us, it's not happening right now. Like it's a phone call that I got a few hours ago, or it's something that I think may happen in a few weeks, or it's something that happened a year ago. We're living in the past or in the future when we're giving our power away to creating thoughts and feelings of stress and anxiety and worry and fear. So it's the greatest gift you can give yourself and everyone around you and your future self to practice experiencing gratitude more and more often. Okay. Now I want to read you before I share with you these practices I like to do to step into gratitude. I want to read you something from a book. So this is from the book, one of my favorite money manifestation books called Feel Free to Prosper. And it's on the chapter where she's talking about gratitude. And I just love it. So I want to share it with you. She says, gratitude is the magnet that reaches out into universal mind and pulls our good and desires to us. Gratitude is our bridge between our desire and its manifestation. And gratitude is the umbilical cord that connects us to our universal parent, which is the universe, source, spirit, God. The source of our supply is this greater energy field, the universe, and gratitude connects us to that. It makes us this vessel for joy. And you may see me on my Breathe and Receive Instagram stories sometimes sharing things that spark joy. So this is one of the ways that I practice gratitude. And, you know, I try and practice this every day, but especially on the days where I feel really stuck or worried or lost, I tell myself my number one job today is to appreciate everything as much as I can, get into the vibe of gratitude, and let things spark joy. It's so easy to create lack. It's like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I want it that way. I want it this way. Once we get what we want something else. No. Instead, this is what I do. So I look around the room that I'm in and I begin to notice everything that I already have. So for example, if you're watching me on video right now, you'll see these like rainbow sparkles, like you can see them on my hand right now. Like that sparks so much joy for me. It's this, what's it called? Like a sun catcher where it creates a rainbow in the room. That sparks joy for me. My little pigtails today, like I feel like a fairy and I'm embracing my inner child. Those spark joy for me. My 888 necklace sparks joy. And the key here is to feel like a smile in your heart when you notice things that spark joy for you, okay? I'm looking at these two plants on my desk. They spark so much joy for me. This fuzzy blanket, I touch it, I feel how good it feels. That sparks joy for me. The fact that I'm recording this podcast, which I love doing, that sparks joy for me. This Breathe and Receive mug that I just love, and I give them to my clients and I give them out as, you know, prizes, sparks so much joy for me. This cocoa collagen that's so healthy for me and is nourishing my body, that's sparking joy for me. And do you notice how as I'm talking, I'm like getting happier and I'm glowing more and more? You know, this rock here, I painted. Talk about inner child work. When I was at a breathwork training earlier this year, that sparks joy for me. Then, you know, I would go on a walk and I would notice the sun, feel the warmth of the sun, feel the breeze on my face. And I would just let these things fill my heart. And you may be saying, I am just so unhappy, or I'm so depressed that nothing's sparking joy for me. And I have had those days where I'm just like completely numb, like back when I experienced depression. I know what it feels like. And it's a completely numbed feeling. And on those days or moments, I won't lie and say that it won't be more challenging to spark joy. If you're in that place, before you do this practice, I highly recommend you do breath work and some form of exercise to get energy flowing. Something like maybe something fun. So if you enjoy yoga or if you enjoy dancing, like just do something to get the energy flowing and do some breath work. Then come to this practice and you'll be a lot more receptive and open. Your heart will be more open to experience this joy. Okay, so that's one practice. And the second, which I love doing, is called a rampage of appreciation. I heard this either on a podcast before or with Abraham Hicks. I'm not sure who titled it Rampage of Appreciation, but what you do is you take your journal. You can also do it on your computer if you want, and you list, I am grateful for blank. I am grateful for blank. And you just write and write and write and write until you feel gratitude and joy in your body. And for me, it takes probably 1 to 3 pages before I feel a shift. Like in the beginning, I'll kind of be like, I don't feel like doing this, or I'll roll my eyes. And then I typically feel this like flood of energy and joy throughout my body. And it's like, oh my God, I have so much to be grateful for and thankful for. And in that place, we are a match for more things to be grateful for. This is the energy that attracts all of our desires to us. And in another episode, I'll share with you how to use gratitude to to remove obstacles and challenges. So if you're facing a challenge in your life, you can actually use the power of gratitude in a little bit of a different way in order to manifest the resolution to that challenge. So that will be in an upcoming episode. So stay tuned for that. Have fun with these practices. I truly, truly encourage you to do this every day as much as possible. Like gratitude is, as I shared in the beginning, it can be quote unquote overrated, but I think it's actually underrated. Like this, just this one thing could be the most essential key to experiencing true peace, happiness, love, and fulfillment for you. I believe that with my whole heart, because it's the feeling of my desires are already here. I already have enough. I'm good. I have so much. And as I've said before, I know this because I've experienced it in my own life, and I've experienced the evidence of its power. So if you're sitting there feeling a little skeptical, great. I don't want you to just take my word for it. I want you to experience it yourself. So as you practice this and you begin to manifest or have incredible shifts or transformations, whatever it may be, feel free to shoot me a message on my Breathe and Receive Instagram account, or you can email me. I would love to hear. I would love to celebrate with you. And if you feel like anyone in your life would really benefit from this episode, then send it to them. It would mean the world to me. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next episode. Ciao.